Psalm 69 verses 29 through 31 says, "But I am afflicted and in pain. My salvation, O God, you set me securely on high, and I will praise the name of God with song and magnify him with thanksgiving. And it will please the Lord better than an ox or a young bull with horns and hoofs." Well, if you're joining us in reading through this 6-month reading plan through the book of Psalms, today's reading is Psalm 69, 21 through 36, and I encourage you to read that passage. Now, as one gets older, he struggles with the thought of friends or loved ones dying. And while it's difficult to see someone go that has no relation to Christ, I think sometimes it's a little more difficult to see those who know Christ struggle and to live through the pain in the final days of their life. And I have a friend who's experiencing just that. For many years, he was free from the disease that is now killing him. But somehow, even after he was cured the first time, it finally reoccurred and came into his body. And it's not the kind of disease that immediately kills you. As a matter of fact, in this case, it's been a couple of years since it reoccurred, maybe more since it's come back. But now it's returned, and he's faced with meeting Christ. There will be pain in his death. But at this stage of his life, now the doctors are saying that it will not bring too much time before he is with Jesus. But how can we live with such pain? And the answer is because of our relationship with Christ. God never hands us more than we are prepared to handle. And through this, we can praise his name with song and magnify him with thanksgiving. These are the sacrifices a person who has a relationship with God and through Christ can offer back to God. God's salvation will set us on high. We will be secure in knowing that he is in charge and he has us in his hands. But what about those who are around those who are passing? Sometimes it's more difficult for family members than it is for the one who's about to go home. Those who are left behind will have a feeling of loneliness. They will have a feeling of great grief and the desire to see that person again. This is especially true with couples who have been married for a significant number of years. But again, there is something that can comfort us. It is because we have a relationship with Christ and at the same time have a relationship with our loved one, and we will be able to believe that they will be with us again when we are no longer physically here. Hebrews 12:1 tells us that we are surrounded by a great cloud of witnesses. This is written in the present tense, and even though some people who the author of Hebrews is mentioning had been dead for many centuries, they were still alive. If someone is in Christ, they are alive whether they are physically here on earth or standing before Christ. And while we cannot physically communicate with them, they are still worshiping with us, and they are waiting for us. And if you would like a PDF copy of this entire reading plan, please send an email to phineasjacobus@runningtohim.net.